Howdy guys, it's Joe here, and for the last few days we've been looking at these patch notes. We've been seeing what's going on, but there's one buff that I feel like everybody really missed. And no, it's not that 0.2 second Sombra buff, it's actually a buff to Lucio. And honestly, this is one of the buffs that I really wasn't looking at much myself at all. In fact, one of my friends had to tell me that it was even in the patch notes for me to even realize it, but after looking at what this new buff can do, I think it'll really make the character a lot better, make him a lot stronger, and even though he's already so usable already, I think it'll make him just a lot better at a majority of things that he's already good at. So what is the buff? Well, it's a very, very simple one. It's the simple fact that now Lucio can wall ride backwards. And yeah, that sounds pretty weird. Honestly, doesn't really make way too much sense. And you can also just kind of jump on the wall and then not go any direction, and you can also do that even without much momentum. So, I mean, it's kind of weird in the game, but it does look really cool, and as well with this, it mainly gives you a lot of movement options. Now, of course, Lucio is one of the characters in the game that already has some of the most movement options in the game, even as it is. Even in the live servers, he can go around, he can jump around, he's very hard to hit, very annoying to get, and on CP maps, he's just complaining, everybody hates him. But now it'll be even a little bit better, and this is really great for Lucio players. Beforehand, you could do a lot of stuff. You could jump down, jump up, you know, kind of go all over the place. But honestly, you didn't have the most movement options that you really could possibly have. You always had to go forward a lot, but now you have a few more movement options. One being that you could start to actually go backwards now, so people really can't predict your movement as much. And that's really kind of where the benefit of this update does go. Beforehand, you always knew that Lucio was either going to go forward, going to jump off the wall and barely go backwards, or he was just going to jump straight down. Those were really his only options, so you had a pretty good chance in order to hit him. But now he can go backwards, he can go forwards, he can just stop moving, he can go in any direction that he dang wants, and it is something that does make him a lot harder to hit, and will actually kind of like raise the bar of skill cap on Lucio players, really overall. Of course, this does mainly work on control point maps, or on King of the Hill maps. Other maps than that, it won't really change way too much. Of course, riding around the wall can be very useful. It could, you know, lead to some of those great getaway moments. But honestly, getting up on the rafters, running around, becoming extremely hard to hit will definitely be one of the best benefits coming from this update, and it will allow him to do that with extreme ease. As well with this, a thing that I really do love about this update is that it will allow Lucio players to be a lot more perceptive of what's going on in the map. Now, of course, support players are often pretty perceptive in the first place, but Lucio, it is kind of awkward to look around when you're trying to jump a certain direction. I don't know, it just felt kind of awkward to go where you wanted to go. But now you can look straight forward, jump on the wall, and hold back, and you'll start going backwards while you can still see your team. And you can, you know, shoot at the enemy while you're going backwards, so I guess you can supply just a little bit more damage. As well with this, you do have to remember, now his boops will be even just a tad bit better, and you might be able to go backwards, speed yourself up with an E, and boot people out of the way, which could also add a little bit of a benefit. Honestly, it's a really, really good buff. Mobility in Overwatch is one of the stronger things you can get out there, and while it's not mobility on an assassin hero or anything like that, it will make so he has a lot more survivability. I'm still reckoning that, you know, Ana's gonna be the best support, but this will make Lucio even more of a second must pick. It'll make him just impossible to kill, or at least if you're a good player with him, make him impossible to kill. And yeah, overall I am really excited about this buff. It's probably something that a lot of people actually won't utilize to the best, but it's something that's really nice to kind of put out for those Lucio players. Say, if you want to get good at the character, if you want to know how to use this character well, you can. You can put in the time, learn the movement options, and just kind of carry your team from there. So that's one of the things I just really like about this buff. Otherwise, in this update, we've gotten a lot of nerfs. We got a crappy buff to another character, but this one in particular is something that was very small, very minute, but very perfect in my opinion. It made the character just kind of better, makes him flow a little bit stronger, and it doesn't really make him too OP. For the majority of people, this actually won't change almost anything at all, and this really won't make your movement options like completely overpowered, like you can fly in the air. It'll just make so you can do a little bit more that you could often do kind of anyways, but now you can do it just a little bit easier. Anyways, that's all I'm going to say about this. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, as always, leave a like. Comment down below what you're thinking about these Lucio buffs. And make sure to try them out on the PTRs. They're probably some of the funnest things that I've ever actually tried, but I haven't seen much people actually using them. So yeah, give that a go. Anyways, as always, thank you guys for watching, though, and have a wonderful day.